Hello everybody, and welcome to Flakpanzer's channel. Now in this video, I'm going to show you about what happens when you attack on multiple lines and what would happen if a line gets taken out. So in this particular video, you can see that the Germans now attacked this particular city on two different lines, the Delta line and the Alpha line. You can see that the Iron Cross is over the lines that they attack on. Now, unfortunately, when Rito has made this mistake is that they put the Iron Cross right over the line, so you really can't see what's going on. But just suffice it to say, they have A1, A2, and probably A3. If the Americans take out the line, like the Delta line, the whole line will turn green, and the Delta line is now taken out. When that happens, and this is the particular city that we're talking about, when that happens, this line turns gray and will no longer be useful. If you decide to send assault teams back from Kamnik back into Kranj, then the line will turn purple between the city and your original city. It'll still turn purple, but your assault teams will not get used because the line has been taken out. If you do this, your assault team is still considered, in quotation marks, still considered part of the battle, and if the battle wins, you will still gain the rank XP towards the assault team if the battle wins. If the battle loses, you will still gain the rank XP if the battle loses. Now, this can be a strategy to make XP for your assault teams, but it can also screw with your faction, that if they send assault teams like planes or pairs into the battle, if it wasn't encircled and you threw those units into the battle, because planes and pairs cannot land on lines specific, they land on any friendly line. Because the line has been opened again a second time by the assault teams, they have now a chance to land on the closed line. So just be aware that if you don't have a vested interest into this city with your assault teams, don't send ATs down a closed line. Now, in order to send assault teams as well into battles that are, let's say, let me find you another battle. As far as battles, let's say, as the example, this particular city, in order to get your assault teams on the Alpha line, you have to come from the city that corresponds with that line. So if you look at the city and you see how there's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines and one red line linked to it, if you open the city up, the red line is the echo line. This is the line that actually corresponds, because if you actually look at the lines where they correspond, Alpha line, Bravo line, Charlie line, Delta line, all correspond to these 4 lines here. When the battle would to pop, the echo line will turn red, and as well as the O2 and O1. In order to send more troops on the Alpha line, you have to come from Mako. If you want to send troops from on the Bravo line, you have to come from this corresponding city, and I cannot say it. It's this particular city here. I'm sorry, I can't say this name. If you want to come on the Charlie line, you have to come from this particular city. Again, I don't want to butcher the name, so I'm just going to leave it at that. You need to send the ATs this way. And if you want to come on the Delta line, you have to come from above, and it would be this particular city. Okay? So just be aware of which cities you have to come from. Now, that's the conclusion of this particular video. I hope you like it. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel for any future videos that I come out with. If you have any questions, come visit me on my stream, which is Flak_Panzer on Twitch, and I'll answer any questions that you may have about this video. Have a good one, everybody.